Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is books. I'm always excited for books, but this one, I honestly don't know how I feel about it. So you guys are going to come with me as I read Twilight for the first time because I got intrigued from Tumblr posts that made fun of the books, and it's like, uh-oh. So I checked out all the Twilight books except for what's the newest one, Midnight Sun, from Edward's point of view, because that was already checked out. So I checked all of these books out of the library, and you're going to come with me as I read them for the very first time. This is going to be an adventure. Okay, so this is the next day. I have finished the first book, and if somebody were to ask me what I thought about it, I would say I enjoyed it. I really wasn't expecting anything. Don't know what I was expecting. So I kind of enjoyed it. Once you start thinking about it and start thinking, it does get to like, really? But yeah, it's safe to say I really did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. There were some parts that I was like, really? Like the biggest one I remember is of course the whole like his skin sparkling in the sun. I'm like, really? It's just weird. It's kind of weird. And one thing I don't get is why Bella doesn't like her dad. He seems really sweet. He really just wants what's best for her. And I wish in this book we got to learn more about the Cullens, which we might get to that in the later books, or we might not. So we'll see. But yeah, we're done with first book, Twilight, and now we're on to New Moon. Okay, so a few days later, and I have finished New Moon. I'm enjoying this series. It's not bad. New Moon, there were a few things. I don't get why Bella wants to be a vampire so bad, because first of all, why would you want to live forever? That sounds miserable to me. No. Mm-mm. I enjoy the thought of being mortal and that I will someday die. I would not want to live forever, incapable of dying until, how is it they die? Until, And the whole like Romeo and Juliet type situation at the end where, spoilers if you didn't already guess that I would be spoiling the book, where Edward thought that Bella killed herself, so he was gonna go kill himself, go to the, Volturi, and get them to kill him, and then she has to run and tell him. I feel like it was unnecessary, but it gets the plot moving, that's for sure. The whole thing with the Sam Utley and all the not vampires, werewolves. It seems like a cult until you figure out what it is, and it is a cult, but not. It's not really a cult. More like a pack of wolves. Anyway, I'm enjoying it so far. It's a good series. So we're done with New Moon, and now we're on to Eclipse. Finished book 3, Eclipse. Thoughts? I still really just want to know more about the Cullens. We learned a little more, but they're a lot better than the Bella and Edward story. Same with Charlie. I want a story. I want to learn more about Charlie. Not learn more about Charlie, but I want a story focused on Charlie. I want to know what his reaction is when he finds out that the doctor that he's trusted for years is a vampire and his best friend is a werewolf. Because I feel like there's some massive comedy potential there. I know it would be a lot more interesting. Again, spoilers if you didn't gather that from the title of the video. When Jacob kisses Bella, honestly though, props to Bella for at least making an attempt. She broke her hand while trying to punch him, but at the same time, yeah, as you should. That's probably the only time I didn't like Charlie, was because he was happy that happened, and I was like, no. First of all, he didn't ask. Consent is important, no matter what it is, even if it's just a hug. Anyway, yeah. I did not, that part, I was like, really? Are you serious about this? Really? People are always like, oh my gosh, Bella loves both Edward and Jacob. I was like, in my opinion, I'm reading this, and I don't know if they change it in the book. In my opinion, my thoughts are Bella does love both of them, but she loves Jacob more like a brother. Like, her feelings are stronger than just a friend, but it's not like romantic feelings. It's more like a brother. And in the end, I hated it in the end when she was like, the haunted birthday balloon is coming. Hold on, guys. Hold on, let me... It's not haunted, but it seems like it because it's floating around my room and getting in my way. So it's like it's out to get me or something. In the end, when Bella's like, what did she say? It was like, Jacob, kiss me, blah, 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 blah. I don't actually remember what it was about. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because it was like right over here. First of all, the reason, like the fact that she was like, kiss me, is like, ugh, no. Why? Just making things harder. And then the fact that Jacob was like, oh, okay. And went in as hard as he did, it's like, all of that was a big no for me. I did not like that. I was like, that's stupid. I don't like the main characters, guys. No. I should not be allowed to read books because that happens way too much. I'll say I don't like Bella, which, I mean, granted, I don't think anyone really does. There's sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, good for you. You do that. But, like, I like Jacob. I hate how jealous he is over a girl that's not his. It's like, give it a rest already. And Edward, I feel he's just this socially awkward. He's a socially awkward teenager from the 20s? No, that is so wrong. I don't like Bella. Edward is like, he's just socially awkward and he's a vampire. He doesn't really know what he's supposed to do. Jacob's a good guy until he got mega jealous. And it was like, okay, now I don't like you so much. But thoughts, yeah. The Cullens, amazing. Charlie, amazing, except for whenever he was glad that Jacob basically harassed or assaulted Bella. Bella liked her when she tried to punch Jacob, didn't when she asked Jacob to kiss her. And thoughts about Edward and Bella getting married? Really none. It was like, okay, that happens. Time for the next book. Okay, so I finished Breaking Dawn. So I finished the whole series. And honestly, all in all, I'd say it was a good series. I enjoyed it. Definitely isn't the best book series I've ever read. And I highly doubt I'm going to be going up to anybody being like, oh my gosh, you have to read the Twilight series. It's so good. I loved it so much. But it was enjoyable. If I needed just like a quick, actually not so quick, but that's because I was busy. If I just needed like a book series, just like pass the time, I would pick this up. Like, it wouldn't be like, ew, no. I would pick it up and I'd read it. It's good. Thoughts about this specific book? Starting off with the wedding. The wedding, I thought it was amazing that Jacob came to say hi during the wedding, which honestly, like, it didn't go well, obviously. But it was kind of sweet that she came and he came to see her at the wedding. Those are the right words. I thought that was really cute. The whole pregnancy was like, if I was in Bella's place, like, I see where she's coming from. Like, it's her child. She doesn't want it to die, but at the same time, it's killing her. So, I don't know if it was a smart move on her end, but it was. I can see where she's coming from. The imprinting. And Jacob imprinting on the child. What is her name? Renesmee? It's weird. My brain keeps like inserting it with Renaissance, which I'm reading it and my brain says Renaissance. It's like, I know it's not Renaissance, but it is for now. It's so creepy, and I get like in the other books, or in whatever book we first learned about imprinting, I get like how Jacob is like trying to justify it, and it's like, it's not creepy, and he's like trying to say all these things. It's still creepy. It doesn't matter. I can see why what are they called? Volturi? I don't know names, guys. I don't know what things are called. I can see why they wanted to kill the child, Renesmee, because they don't know. The last they learned about a child like this was killing everybody. So they don't know what she's gonna do. Oh, by the way, Renesmee, stupid name. Almost a quarter of the book is preparing to fight. And then the end comes and Alice is like, well, this is what's gonna happen if we have the big fight. And then they're like, you know what, no, it's fine. Everything's good. It's like, well, you could have at least had some sort of like big climax instead of getting, they were this close to the climax and then just dropped off. And it really disrupted the whole flow of the story. Those, I think, were all my thoughts about this book. I don't really think there was anything else. I do think it was cool how we got to see some of the other vampire clans? I don't know if that's what they're called, but like, you know how it's like the Cullens and it's just a bunch of them together? I can see why they would do that. It's cool how we got to see the others, like, as a group. glossary or an index. Covens. We got like the Amazon covens, the Egyptian covens, Irish covens, all the different covens. It was kind of cool. I got to meet them and see them. But other than that, those are all my thoughts about this book. All in all, good book series. Not half bad. If somebody liked like vampires, werewolves, I would recommend this to them. But it's not gonna be on like my top list of like absolute favorite books. That's the end of this video. At this point, I'm kind of done with Twilight. I think I'm gonna save Midnight Sun for later, or never, just depending on if I ever get around to reading it. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed all my random thoughts. And I'll see you guys in the next video.